tears back. We put the bang.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Mahomes not wasting time. He'll throw. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Julio Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They run with his 2nd-round pick from Iowa State. This is Breece Hall. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. This defense for the Dolphins, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The Jets are 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. In motion right is Wilson. On first down, it's Hill. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 48 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is, his ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Straight ahead is Hall. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll go for it. It's Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Zerline connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Noah Igbenogany from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 64 yards. And the Dolphins have moved out in front. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Play fake. Hill. Completing it to the right side. Johnson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down.
On the option left, here's Hill. On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Hill on first down. Buying time to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Hill.
He completes that to Garrett Wilson. He's got room at the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Off of play action, Hill. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Play action. It's Hill.
I'm in here, bro.
And he will slide to a stop.
I'm in the middle of this Madden game.
That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
Now it's the backup, Newton. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case...
And he is in. Touchdown, New York.
Breece Hall
with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Jets are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Zerline good with a PAT. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you could build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season,
my gosh.
that allows you to survive the expected
This nigga
injuries,
really just ripped
potential
past.
upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes.
This one finds Wilson downfield.
The 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jeff Wilson, 60 yards.
And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring.
Hill's hit, and he lost the football. Oh, and this is going to wind up with safety.
The goal here is about
safety.
Any kind of positive yardage in this spot because
Not the one. That ain't no damn safety. What the fuck?
Space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
No fucking safety.
They'll be set up pretty nicely.
Bullshit.
They have it up to the 35-yard line.
No.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Mahomes throw here into the hands of Jones.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Running out of the gun with White. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
And going deep for Hill.
This nigga Reed, man. Nigga a cheat code, bro.
Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score.
I know, Quay, I know.
In motion right is Wilson. To throw again on second down. Hill escaping the pressure right. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Cam wisely hitting the deck at the end as he slides and has the first as well. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Hill. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for 1st downs instead of airing it out.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They go play fake, and it's Hill. Dancing to his left.
That's dumb, Trey. He might as well just quit. I just do. I'll be talking to myself on this motherfucking game when I do dumb shit.
You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. After the sack on 1st down, Mahomes.
This nigga Reed, man.
Touchdown,
Fuck.
Tyreek Hill on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins continue to pull away here in this 1st half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 23. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Honestly, Aaron, I don't even know, bro. I just be hearing that dumb shit.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Hill eluding the pressure right. He's got a man complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Hill steps away. And seeing
my gosh, man. No way the offensive line breaking down to motherfucking DBs, man.
No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Steps away to his left. He's going to go up top for the end zone.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
I don't know how to do that nano stuff.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
But no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps
Aaron, I can do all that. I just
if they hurry, we'll see.
Shit.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. Now here's Mahomes. Looking deep for Julio. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this 2nd half. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit.
My gosh, I had it running back wide open.
A little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
On 2nd and 10, Hill. Open man here is Conklin. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
Literally everything is fucking box, bro.
On 4th down, Hill.
Not a damn thing is getting open.
Boy, a real head scratcher there.
Oh.
This stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores. I guess they felt like they needed to push.
I just ain't.
With this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. It's caught. This is White. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
First down, here's White. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. They keep it on the ground. White again. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jeff Wilson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from going up by 30. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Xavier Rhodes with a pick.
And the Dolphins are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Being chased out left. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to pick.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hill. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case,
and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Xavier Rhodes with a pick.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Flushed out right. Pass incomplete, but the flag...
Oh, my gosh. Why are they hitting him?
So a mistake.
Oh my God, boy.
Pass rusher.
And oftentimes when you make the jump from college to the NFL, you have to adjust to the rules. But in this case, the rule's no different than in college. Once the ball's gone, you can't continue on and get your shot in. That's one where you have to have some discipline. And even though he's a rookie, he really should know better.
That really sets him back. A loss of 6. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now on 2nd and 16. Mahomes escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
A CD there up big.
Oh, shoot, I'm in the wrong defense. My fault, y'all. My fault, y'all. I'm just used to that. My fault. I'll get out of that shit. I'll get out of that
It does
shit.
feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got it. And he'll take this in the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Mike Gesicki, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah.
Oh, he fakes a spike.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And they'll get him down here at the 23. 7 yards there and a first down. To throw is Hill. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Hill. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Rashad White, 15 yards. And the Dolphins are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
They fake the give. Newton. Eluding the pressure right.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
This nigga got DBU.
Bryce Callahan.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Throwing now is Mahomes. He sets to fire deep. Touchdown.
Oh my gosh.
KJ Osborne.
37 yards.
And the Dolphins add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory.